Very quick illustration and then an application that I think is going to bless people and help them to understand the uniqueness of what we're talking about. There is a story, and there are various ways that the story has been told, but let's pretend that this is the correct way to tell the story. There was a man who was speeding, and he owed money, and he was brought before the judge, and let's suppose that the judge said, "You owe $100. The man had no money at all. So the judge got off of the bench, he walked down, he took off his robe, he stood with the defendant, and the judge took the money out of his own pocket, $100, laid it on the bench, went back, put on his robe, sat in his chair, and said, "You owe me $100. Oh, I noticed that the $100 has been paid. Thank you. You go free." Now, to everyone who's listening, please understand that that's the gospel. The judge who demands holiness is the judge who gives us holiness. And that is so absolutely critical. Now, there are people who are listening who are going to be saying this in their minds. Well, you know, you Christians say that there has to be a sacrifice for sin, blood has to be shed. Well, that's true of many other religions. They demand a sacrifice too. But John, Christianity is the only religion in which God becomes the sacrifice.
Right.
God was in Christ reconciling the world unto himself.
Right.
So it's not us who shed the blood. It's not one of our friends who shed the blood. It is Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who comes and pays our debt and says to us today, if you receive this gift, acknowledging your sinfulness, you are able to go free. You know, you raised, I think, the issue at the beginning of the program. You talked about the fact that there are people who are listening who've done some very terrible things, and they may think that God has turned his back on them. And the good news is this: the issue is not the greatness of our sin, but the wonder of the righteousness that God applies to all those who believe in his Son. There's no one listening who has sinned too much. They may be criminals of the worst sort. They are not beyond God's mercy and grace if they come to Mount Calvary and receive the forgiveness that God offers. And if they don't, this gets very scary, they live both now and through all eternity under the condemnation of Mount Sinai, when the Bible offers to them today Mount Calvary with its forgiveness and its undeserved grace.